Hello, welcome back. And today we're gonna be doing a team builder, except uh as you can probably notice, I am doing this as a post commentary. So let me see what my past self did. So we're doing the S series on every team. If I remember correctly, I missed Sapnap for a bit, but then I added him in back later. Uh, you can see the lag sometimes, but you bear with it. Okay, so fruit berries in lime. I think puns is in green, if I remember correctly. Uh, and you can see from the length of the video that there are a lot of balances afterwards, so I'll get the team done relatively quickly, but due to the uh averages being super off, I did a lot of like re-teaming afterwards. Like you can see Anfrost and Aqua, but I don't think he'll be there later because I replaced him with Sapna because I missed him. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't even recorded in like 3 weeks. So, cut me some slack. Uh who did I team Dream with? If I remember correctly, I teamed with Tommy. I think. I think Tommy is the guy I teamed them with. So that's just me considering my options. People say in my comment section that I can type the name in. I know. I just like to scroll down and just look at my options and just consider them like real quick. Yep, I ended up going with Tommy. I knew that I wanted a Pete and Sparkles team. Quig, I wanted to make Quig like uh I wanted a team of Quig with like Dream SMP members, which is why I chose Phil for him. And Fruit and Green, it's the Fruit TB thing. So why not? Puns, I think I put him with CPK here. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't think I ended up going with CPK because because of the balances, and you'll see them later. Illumina and who? Illumina and I considered Kratzy, but I think I ended up going with like. Did I go with Tap L here, or I think I went with Tap L here. I considered SB for a second. I think I went with Tap L. Yes, but spoiler alert, he doesn't end up on this team either. Savnap, I almost knew instantly. Well, not instantly, but I knew pretty quick that I wanted him to team with George. So, I just scrolled back up here. I mean, like, George is the easy out for Sapnap. So, you can see me scroll up, and George is there. So, clicked on him. Next up, Jojo Solos. I wanted to make an all-female team, except because of like their averages, I guess, and the lack of options. It's kind of hard to make like a stacked event with an all-female team. I assume Hannah will get better as she gets more events under her belt, and by then we can maybe like get a new either S tier or A plus tier, and it's going to be easier to make a stacked event with an all-female team. Purple and Scott. I don't remember if that team stays or not. Uh, Dream, Tommy, Bad. Bad isn't. When I first made the team, I was not looking at averages, which is why you'll see like I'm just doing them purely based on fit, on whether or not they know each other, stuff like that. And you can see them in these teams. Like, these are not like, good teams. You can see from the average difference right now. I think this is probably my most least balanced event in terms of like averages I've ever done. This is like the most uh like average wise, this is the worst team builder I think I've ever done. So hopefully we'll come back next week with a better one, unless the teams have been announced by then, which is pretty likely because it's like I thought they would have released the date by now. Well, not the date, I guess, but like I don't remember how MCC's date like announcements work. I don't remember if it's like this week is uh I think this week we're uh not gonna have any news, and next week we might get the release date, or the date for the event, and then maybe we get the teams like the week after, but so far nothing. uh so you see, you're seeing the teams like come up. Like, I'm just looking for people. Again, a lot will change from this point onward, so I think that this part of the video, you'll just see the initial thought process. Like, hey, I think if this person teams with this person, it'll be a great fit. Without like looking at the averages, of course. Some teams will end up stronger than others, and some teams will have players who may not be good in averages, but will, like, for example, even though I didn't use them in this team builder, Zeus. Zeus has a really low average, but that's because he played with the Simmers like 90% of the time. Like, the 10% when he wasn't, he was, actually good. Like, last event scores, I think he got like 17th on like 7 games. So, Jojo, Hannah, Sylvie. Sylvie's another one. I wanted to put Sylvie on that team because she has been doing really good recently. But if you're going based on pure average, then Sylvie's like early MCCs, like drags her average down. Which is why she will get switched later on. But Sylvie in that all girls team right now definitely is the one of the best options to be there, because she's cracked. Uh, Purple. I made the conscious decision to not put purple on purple, so the next closest color, which is pink. I put in Smager and Shovel together, but I didn't realize how high Shovel's average is. So she makes the all girls team later on in the video. Pete, Captain, Kara. I tried Ant Venom here, but when you're introducing averages, stuff like 1200 coins and 1100 coins, you need like a really good supporting cast to, like, to make that team fit. And it's always like a matter of do you prefer like the averages being closer, or do you prefer a funner team? Like for example, if I have a team with like later on in the video, so spoiler alert, uh Dream, Tommy, Wilbur, and Nikki. That's a really fun team. But it is pretty weak in averages. So Kratzy, if I put Krassi on that team is instantly like on par with the rest of the event. And Kratzy's not even a bad fit because like I know he's friends with Dream. Well, friends. Like Dream has been in his chat a few times. I've seen him, and I know they've talked before. Uh, and Kratzy has also expressed like intentions of wanting to team with Dream. Also, like uh, I'm pretty sure him and Wilbur and Nikki are fine. So he's a good fit, but Tommy is just funnier, you know. And you can see the teams being made. Oranges right now. Just that MCC with Quig, Captain, Cara, and Michael. Except you switch out Quig with Pete. I don't know how good that'll fit, but you know, again, there's a lot of you see a lot of the teams being completed, and you're gonna start to wonder, how is there 25 more minutes of this? And the answer is there are a lot of balancing that I need to do. Which is why tomorrow's video is a speed run. Uh, Tomorrow's video is me trying to speed run making teams for MCC and seeing how balanced they are. Like, I'm not looking at averages, I'm not looking at anything. I'm just going to speed run. By like, you'll see the full extent of my opinion tomorrow. uh, Fruit berries, green flip, and I think, what is this, solidarity? Yeah. Again, this part of the video, this is just the initial thought process. I know it's like a third through, but at this point, it is just all, you know, it is all fit. Like, it is all like, do these people like to play with each other? And Ollie's an exception because I feel like he fits well with pretty much everyone. But you know, it's always like interesting to see like how it's always interesting to see how teams who with people that you don't think will work together. Like whenever like Scott releases the teams for an actual MCC, uh I always thought to myself like, do these people actually work together? Because like, of course there's the Puns and Gem team for a while ago, and I was wondering how that'll work. And then there's like Cub. I know people have been wanting to like Cub and Sabnap, and I was like, does that actually work? Does that like really work? Because like they don't do anything, well, not anything, but they don't do a lot in common with each other. They don't like make content together. They're not like in each other's chats or anything. Like, of course they probably talked before, but I don't know how well they know each other and how well the team chemistry is going to be. So if you look at the teams that I'm making, you'll see that a lot of them are either Dream SMP teams, Hermitcraft teams, Adopted Hermit teams like Fruit, and Pete sometimes, but not this time. Like Captain and Pete, we know they work together, Vault Hunters, Ragnamod, etc., etc. And then by extension, Kara and Michael in this case have also worked with Pete, right? They've been in MCCs together. They've teamed together before, right? Like that type of thing is you'll see like uh there are a lot of like new duos, but at the same time I'm playing it safe by making them new duos with people that they've at least known before. Like Illumina and Tapel, I think they've played ranked Sky Wars together back in the day, or Bed Wars or something. And also like there's that one clip, that one clip with the Illumina EU. And you'll see me right here. This is the struggle of the video. So if you look at the way I'm balancing, I wanted to put Nikki in so bad because I want her to be in another event. But at the same time, it's really hard to, because every time I try to put Nikki in, the average system like plummets. Like it's not even close. So I have to like you'll see I didn't make the teams that broken, but I try my best to at least make them not that far away from each other average wise. And you'll see on the right hand side of the screen there are I think you can't see it, but there are season 2 averages that I'm not showing. And while people will say that the season 2 averages are probably the best way to measure people now, I wanted to keep my options open because there are a lot of people who haven't done much in season 2 and thus are misrepresented by their averages. So it's a combination of both. It's a combination of averages and season 2 averages. And I guess the main example is Crinios, right? Because like if you were to use his season 2 averages a few MCCs ago, he had gotten like 34th once in one event. So he went from like 10th to 34th, and his averages is horrible. And then he came back and got 10th again. So, anything can happen. None of the averages matter. So, yeah. You're seeing the end of the initial phase of like, hey, which team what fits which team, right? After I do the pink, everything is complete. So let's see, who did I put here? Did I put Skeppy in here? I might have put Skeppy in here. I was conflicted on whether or not to put Skeppy in because one, he's been in 2 events. One of them he won last event. I don't know if he'll sign up again. Yeah. Which is why Skeppy actually doesn't make the final roster. Let's see. Now in this phase, I've made the teams. The first thing that I usually do after making the teams is that I look at the averages, I scroll up and down, and then I see if I can like swap some people or just change places or like change players to make it more balanced, because right now, as you can see on the bottom, the range is 969. Nice. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at the blue girls team. I don't know any alliteration for that. And I'm looking at their averages. 8500. 8500 without me being able to improve them, I think. Or if I can improve them, there's really not that much that I can do. Uh Makes me look at the other teams and really think that I need to tone them down. I need to like tone them down a bit. I need to uh like I need to switch some players out, switch some players in, like make sure the averages actually fit. And what you'll see later is an amalgamation of, that process. Right now I'm looking at the highest average team, which is the Orange Ocelots, and I'm thinking, can I switch some players out? Can I trade players with another team? And you'll see me doing this with pretty much every team above 9,000 coins, which is that how do I switch people out? And I see red, and they're 8225. And this is the first stage of the trade. With trade bad for Wilbur, and then bad goes to. You see, that's the team that I like. Dream, Tommy, Wilbur, Nikki. I look at their averages 8421. I can make that team better. Should I make that team better? I don't know. So Wilbur there switches to. I don't remember. I think I put Ollie here. If I remember correctly, I put Ollie here. Oh no, I put Nikki there. Oh yeah, I was trying to see if Nikki in that team will make it like even or not. But no. I think I think I put Ollie here. Yes. I did. So with that, the range is slightly down, but at the same time the lime is still pretty strong. I see Flip there. I thought Flip was way too strong. Chased them with Into Littlewood, which is slightly less average. With then it's just a matter of going around and then seeing the different teams, and then whichever team. Okay, now this is where I was kind of cringing a little bit because, well, not cringing, but I was surprised that Anne Frost actually, like, you know, makes the team not broken. Like, I was expecting it to be super broken with Anne Frost, but guess not. And then I ended up going with Anne Frost instead of CPK. And I look at the 5-up team, and somehow it's balanced. And I was like, okay, that's balanced. Interesting. Then I move over to Lime. Shay. I know Lime is like the hermit team. So this is going to be fast-paced change. As you can probably notice, I'm going around the highest placed teams, and I'm just switching out players. I'm not even looking at trades anymore. I'm not looking at swapping people with other teams. I am firmly just toning every single team down, like by swapping out players. Because trading helps if you want to like even it out, but it's hard to make trades that actually like fits the team, you know? So you can see me just trading down, pretty much just looking at people who I can switch in. And then you'll see later that I hover over Carl and Quackity a lot because it's a really nice fit for Dream SMP teams. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to put them in because they almost never sign up for it anymore, I think. So, you'll see, this is when I contemplated to just end it. Because I knew the video has been going on for way too long. It's been 25 minutes. But then I decided to continue. I saw Nikki. I was like, okay, should I change this? I know if I put into Elena, you can see that it's balanced now. But I feel like that went against the... I like that team a lot. So, Dream, Tommy Wilbur, Nikki, probably here to stay. I really like that team. Tommy is the only one I'm considering replacing to get the averages up. I was considering of replacing him with Kratzy. I don't remember if I did it or not. Well, you'll see later. Okay, so here I'm looking at the blue girls again, and it's like, okay, should I change this team? I was considering just breaking up the team because we need to get the averages up. But then I decided against it, and I decided to tone down every single other team every other team. So, instead of making the weaker team stronger, we're making the stronger teams weaker. Pete, Captain, Cara, Michael is still the strongest team there. So I know at this point that I'm looking at that team and I'm thinking, what should I change about it? Should I trade? Should I just replace people? I think at this point, Michael is pretty much my best bet to replace. So I'm looking to replace Michael here. And Skeppy, because again, I was conflicted about Skeppy. I put a 5 up there, don't know why. I knew 5 up is strong, but whatever. And I put in Finn there. Finn actually balances out the team somehow. In purple, I see Punk, and at this point I was just going around and like making teams stronger, making teams weaker. I see the red team's like, do I change this team? Because I can easily change it if I want to, but again, I really like the team. Tommy, I was considering replacing. I don't remember if I ended up replacing him with Kratzy or not. I think I did. Or Anne Frost. I think it's Kratzy though at the end. Because, like, it just brings down the averages so much. But then I think I decided against it, so it's back to being Tommy. I think at this point, I knew that I liked the red team too much to change it. So I started to change the other teams around them. So at this point, I think I looked at the green, like you see the dark green meaning first and average. And then I just toned their teams down. Like Illumina, Swigger, Erit, and Wisp. I replaced Wisp with Gumi. Just bring down the average of the entire roster. If I do that, maybe, just maybe, we can do well. I don't remember if I ended up with 2 5-ups or not. I'm just noticing this in post while I'm recording this. And I can't really change the footage. So, you know, hopefully I didn't put 5 up on 2 separate teams. I didn't see that there are duplicates. I was just looking at the averages, honestly. Okay, I'm replacing that 5 up with who? Who am I replacing that 5 up with? I'm replacing that 5-up with Foolish. Okay, that works for 11. I think I replaced did I replace Jack here, or did I place I think I replaced Elena here. So, I replaced Ollie with Elena. Right now you'll see me just scrolling down. I spent a lot of time scrolling down. So I was looking at every single name at this point. I was like, I regret not putting like SB in. Oh, there's me doing it with Skeppy again. Pause. But, you know, again, I was too conflicted about Skeppy that I didn't really want to put him in, honestly. So I think Elena goes in here. I think, yeah. So I put Jack in, back in, and then I think I replaced Ollie with Elena later on. I was considering ending it at 411 range, but because I was confused, but I think this is where I put in Elena, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you'll see me scrolling down a lot. I was really confused on what to do because, like, Quig, Phil, Ollie, and Jack, in my eyes, isn't like, in a regular event, I don't think that team is ever like the strongest team in the event, because Scott has made some really good, really balanced teams recently. But you know, you'll see, because like when you're doing it with averages don't tell the entire story, right? Like Sylvie is way better than her average. I think Krinios, Michael, and people like that also are misrepresented by their averages. But you'll see the fact that I ended up, I think, having just under 250 range, 250 coin range. So I think I brought this back. This is probably the most balancing I've ever had to do after I made the initial teams. But you know, we get it done. I have to remove 5-up again, so there were 2 5-ups, and now there were none. I think I put Bat there, yeah. 287. So the last thing to do is either to bring that team up. I knew Sam was in another team, so I put in, who did I put in? Did I put in I know it's not Jack. I think I put in Ollie here, because I replaced Ollie with Elena. So I think I put in Ollie here. Honestly, I looked at the S a bit. I was probably contemplating Skeppy again. I tried to put in Sneeg. Oh, Sneeg works, so I put in Ollie for the last team. So Ollie goes here. I don't remember if I replaced Finn with Ollie or if I replaced Sylvie with Ollie. That I know Ollie makes the final roster. I just don't know where. I think it, yeah. I replaced Spencer with Ollie. 267. One more balancing act. Foolish. With Foolish, we'll see. Who did I replace Foolish with? Again, you can see me just pausing on Quackity a bit. Pausing on Skeppy again. Oh, okay, I stopped caring. Okay, so that's the season 2 average. Aqua, pink, green, purple, lime, cyan, yellow, blue, red, orange. With a bit over 1k difference. Oh, sorry, it's not 241, it's 267 range. And I tried like game 1 parkour tag, game 2. I contemplated doing build mart early, but I decided against it. So Grid Runners, Sky Battle, thing hole in the wall goes here, if I remember correctly. Yeah. TGTTOS. Oh, survival game, CGTTOS, build mart, and Sands of Time. No Ace Race because I don't want to use Ace Race numbers yet when it's just been reworked. And I changed Hole in the Wall with Battle Box here because I hate Hole in the Wall. So with that, the results are green in first, which is the Puns and Frost Sneak AMZ team. Purple in second with H-Bomb, Ranbu, Sam, and Bad. And that's it. Peace out. Subscribe.